Alright, so I have all of the appliances rinsed out for the Ninja Combi, and I am ready to actually make a meal. I am just going to build my meal. So what I have is one box of whole wheat pasta, and according to this, when you're picking your base, it says that you can use white or wheat pasta, and it calls for one 16-ounce box. So I'm going to get that open, hopefully, without any problems, and just pour it directly into the tray. That was louder than I thought. And to it, if you want plain pasta, then you just add 4.5 cups of water plus 1 tablespoon of oil. I am using marinara, so it calls for a 32-ounce jar of marinara sauce. Obviously, I only have 24-ounce jars, so here is 2 cups going in, or 16 ounces, whichever you prefer. And then I'm going to pour the rest of it in here.
Oh no.
This is from the Suburban. I was recording still on. Now I went back to the records and I found something really interesting. The VIN number.
And that's going to end up with a quarter, so.
In this case, Bobby Diaz already resubmitted. Okay, well, there's the
And obviously,
McCormick residence. I went back in and I rechecked the electrical.
4 cups is obviously going to be 32 ounces, so I'm going to pour that in there. And then along with 3 cups of water. So there's 2 cups. And then I have, almost. There's 1 more for the 3rd cup there. And then, as a part of building your meal, next is pick your vegetables. And it says prep up to 2 cups of veggies from fresh or frozen and cook depending on your desired texture. And so I'm going for crispy veggies, and I just used what I had left over in my fridge. And it does say here to add the hearty veggies like potatoes and carrots to the baked tray at the start of cooking. And then if you're doing delicate veggies like broccoli and green beans, in the last 5 to 7 minutes is when you would add those into your baked tray. I have bell peppers and onions, and like I said, this is just whatever was left over in my fridge. So I'm going to just add them in there. And then I'm going to give that a little stir really quick just to kind of get everything mixed in and around. I am so excited to use this. And I will get that tablespoon of oil too, because that's going to help with everything. I almost forgot about that, but I will grab that really quick here because you do need a tablespoon of oil. So, tablespoon of my oil here. Just like so. Alright. Just pour that in there like so. And again, I'm going to mix it around now that I added the oil in there too. Okay, I think that is pretty good mixed in there. So I'm just going to open up my combi here and put that on the bottom. Open it all the way here and set it on the bottom here. Okay. And then I am doing, I'm going to go ahead and close that just for the sake of finishing up here. Next is to pick your protein. And what I did is I picked up some frozen meatballs from the store And it says you can do fresh or frozen, 18 to 24 meatballs. So I am going to put as many on here as I can on the tray here. So, cut my bag open here.
Put the coat on there? You want to put the coat?
I can in just a minute. Sorry about that. Got 12 right now. 14, 16, 18, 20, and 24. So I am just going, off of what this says. Clearly you can see I can add, you can probably add more depending on how many you're feeding and how many, but for the sake of the recipe, I'm following it step by step here. And this will just set right on top on level 1 is what they call it, because this is your level 1 tray. And so that one's just going to sit right on the grooves on the second part there. And then we're pretty much ready for the cook part, it looks like. And the last step says to get cooking. And flip the smart switch up to Combi cooker and then select Combi meals. And then set the temperature and time based on the protein. So, since we are doing fresh or frozen meatballs, it says to set the temp at 350 for 12 to 15 minutes. So, you can watch this as I do this here. So, and right now the function is on air fry. And so we're going to lift it up and you see it switch to Combi cooker. And you can even see on here that it is on Combi cooker there. And we want the Combi meals, like I said. And we're adjusting our temp to 350. And then time was 15 minutes for the fresh or frozen meatballs there. And then we're going to hit start. Right there.
It's time for go to school.
And then you can see the progress button there. And I'm very excited. Like I said, this is going to be a fun thing to get into. So, and I'll just let you guys kind of get an overview of this really quick here. And yeah, so once we get going, I will come back to it, and you see there's a little light here, so you can turn on the light, look at your food, and then you can turn the light back off if you want to. So that's kind of neat. And I read somewhere, let me double check, but I read somewhere that it has to build up steam first before it starts counting down your timer. But let me go back in the manual and see if I can find that, just to be on the safe side and let you guys know for sure. Alright, so like I said, I was going to jump back on here when I found out the progress bar situation. And on page 7 of the important safety instructions owner's guide, it does say on step number 7, when on the Combi meals, it says the display will show progress bars indicating the unit is building steam. When the unit reaches the appropriate steam level, the timer will begin counting down. So that is that in a nutshell. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, it literally just started counting down. So here in 14 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll have a delicious meal. So I know I got about 7 minutes and 42 seconds, but I wanted to turn the light on and just take a peek. And that looks so good. And obviously the pasta and all that's a little hard to see down there, but pretty cool. And then as you see, the light doesn't stay on for very long, which is probably a good built-in feature. So anyway, I'll be back in about 7 minutes. Alright, we're at the end. Have fun. Alright. Obviously it goes right back to the default here, but obviously it did just get done, so, and it's gonna be super hot.
You need this off?
So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the power off right here and open it up, and we can get it out. Just be very careful when you open it, because as you see, the steam and whatnot is coming out and the light comes on, so that's nice. And so here are, I almost burned my hand off. Here are the cooked meatballs. And wow. And then here is pasta. And again, I will, yeah, that's really hot even with my pot holder and oven mitt. So very, very hot. I will get you guys up close and personal here now. And close that since we're done with that. So there it is. There is the turkey meatballs that I put in along with the pasta, and I again just followed Got Crafty with this build your own combi meal that came with the instructions. So yeah, that is my first meal that I have made in my Ninja Combi.